Mount Everest is the tallest mountain on our planet. It's 29,032 feet tall. That's taller than 2,000 school buses stacked on top of each other. And it's still growing.
Mount Everest keeps growing about 0.1 inch taller each year because the Earth's crust is always moving.
If you were to stand on top of Mount Everest, you'd be closer to outer space than you would be on the ground. It's like standing on a really tall, high cloud.
Mount Everest is so high that it looks like it touches the sky, and the air up there has less oxygen, making it difficult to breathe.
Mount Everest lives in a big family of mountains called the Himalayas, and the Himalayas stretch across 5 countries: India, Nepal, Bhutan, China, and Pakistan.
The summit or top of Everest is extremely cold. Anyone attempting to climb Mount Everest runs a severe risk of frostbite.
The warmest average daytime temperature at the top of Mount Everest is -2 degrees Fahrenheit in July, and the coldest month in January has an average daytime temperature of -33 degrees Fahrenheit.
But temperatures can reach as low as -80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is way colder than even the freezer that you have in your refrigerator at home.
And the winds at the top are also super strong, like a big, chilly windstorm. The winds on Mount Everest reach over 100 miles per hour on normal days.
The snow on Mount Everest is so thick that it never melts. It's like a never-ending snow party up there.
And climbing Mount Everest is a bit like going on a really long hike, but it's also a bit like solving a super tricky puzzle.
Many brave people dream of reaching the top because it's a once-in-a-lifetime adventure.
The first successful climbers to reach the top was Sir Edmund Hillary from New Zealand, with Sherpa Tenzing Norgay from Nepal in the year 1953. And we'll learn more about what a Sherpa is in a moment, so make sure you stay tuned.
They reached the top on May 29th in 1953, and it was a super big celebration around the world.
So what do we also know from people that have made the trek to the top of Mount Everest?
Well, first, a higher altitude means having to deal with intense sunlight, cold winds from every direction, and a lack of oxygen, which can cause altitude sickness.
And this may not only affect climbers physically, but also mentally. Climbers can become confused and may make mistakes in what is already a very dangerous environment.
The use of bottled oxygen can help fight against altitude sickness, but if a climber relies on extra oxygen supply too much and it runs out, well then the risk is even greater.
And Mount Everest is also associated with the local people who live in the valley below, and they're known as Sherpas.
Sherpas were traditionally agricultural people, grazing their animals high up in the mountains. These Sherpas adapted to life at high altitude, which made them excellent guides and assistants to those who want to climb Mount Everest.
But don't think just because you found a Sherpa capable of bringing you on the trek that anyone can do it. Climbers need to be strong and train a lot to be safe. It's like preparing for a very big race.
Hey, guess what? Did you know that even though Mount Everest is so cold and high up that you can still find life at every level?
And you'll find more than 300 species of birds, Asiatic black bears, and clouded leopards.
Climb even higher and you'll come across red pandas, and higher again and you'll find the elusive and hard to capture on camera snow leopard.
So as you can see, not only is Mount Everest a really cool place on our planet.
Wait.
Yeah.
I think you meant freezing.
That's not what I meant. I mean like cool, like, hey, that's so cool.
Oh, you mean cool, like he's a cool dude. So like, totally not like your dad.
Right.
Yeah, I guess Mount Everest really is cool.
Thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe.
Just look up above our heads like normal. There it is.